let's go. Hello, everyone. We're live,
Yo. Yeah.
and it's
Hear
another
that.
week of this thing.
Another pro streamer move.
Of this thing. Is this all our work is just this thing.
Anyway, hello.
How could you, Aina?
Welcome to the season 2, 5th episode of Rose Gallery Podcast, where we talk about everything D&D and TTRPG. And as usual, this is Aina. We're doing stories, and for the podcast listeners, this is the rest of them.
Yo. TDV, the disembodied voice, Rain, all that. You can pick whatever. I do the news.
We could just
Hello
go.
everyone.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. Farid here. I do the celebrity workshop where we make your favorite character in D&D.
Yeah.
More, one of the owners.
But you're next.
Ah, okay, we're doing it like that. Okay, I was okay.
But like, okay, you
Never
wanna
mind.
break?
Honestly, if you think by the 5th session, we all know that we all have to introduce ourselves in one
Yeah.
order, and yet nobody remembers.
Yeah, well, listen, okay, I don't get paid to study
What?
orders, okay? But
You
I
don't get
at all.
paid, period.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
No.
But hi, I'm Crit. I run the GM Academy, where we hopefully learn a thing or two about a thing or two related to, well, being a game master in TTRPGs. I'm also the resident funny man, if you can't tell.
Anyways, hello there. War21 here. I discuss homebrew, the lights, and whatnot. Shall we get the session started?
I mean, it started already, but
Well, this is the introduction or a prologue.
yeah, an introduction is the
Exactly.
start. Anyway, the first section of today, we will log into the news. So, take it away.
Man, do I love my theme. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tabletop Today, where we talk about tabletop topic today. No, it's Tabletop Talks, where we talk about tabletop topic today.
It
That's the
works
one.
both ways.
Yes. Anyways, we got some pretty some newsworthy rumors here that I want to bring up with you guys. So first of all, can you show the YouTube video first? Actually, the other side. Did you open it?
This one?
No, that's fine. That's fine. The image link. That's fine. So essentially,
I got
there
it.
was. It's all good. There was a rumor that's been going on recently about OneD&D may not be releasing the OGL. So for you guys that don't know, OGL stands for Open Gaming License. That means anyone can develop content for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition specifically, and you don't have to like pay royalty or anything like that as long as you don't use their official material that they print out. That's why, like for example, some items like Melf's acid arrow, that's how it is in the player handbook, but for this SRD, meaning that's the thing that you can use publicly, is just called acid arrow, something generic, because Melf's is kind of like a copyright thing. They made it. So the idea is when you have an OGL, any third party can just jump in and create their own stuff. That's how you get Critical Role, you got Grim Hollow, you got Humblewood, all those content. Now rumors were spreading that
That's Killian Rogue.
yeah, and Skillier not coming out anytime soon, but yeah. Recently there was a rumor by this guy specifically in the Instructor Boy said that there may not be any OGL for the OneD&D. So now people were like, oh no, shit, that's a bad move and everything. So it was like an uproar on Twitter and everything. But recently, comicbook.com, that is the name of the website, they went directly to Wizards of the Coast and asked them, yo, are you really not releasing any OGL? So this is the exact response. Quote, We will continue to support thousands of creators making third-party D&D content with the release of OneD&D in 2024. While it is certain our open gaming license will continue to evolve just as it has been since its inception, we're too early in the development of OneD&D to give more specifics on the OGL or the system reference document at this time. So, now you can see that's their statement, which kind of quashes the original rumor. But I can't help feeling that this is like, maybe it's just me being skeptical of the big man. It's very carefully worded here. They said they're supporting creators making D&D content, but not necessarily confirming that it's going to support OneD&D specifically. And I do agree it is way too early. Way too early for them to say anything out. They're literally just starting to write the book right now. But what do you guys think? Are they gonna pull this move? It's just obviously a bad idea, but you think they're gonna dare to pull such a move,
I mean,
given everything that's happening in the tech world nowadays?
well, they were about something about OneD&D that was said before was like they're not making it. I don't remember, but there's a bit of a gatekeeping. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Oh?
Not gatekeeping specifically. There was a word for it. I just don't remember what it is.
Uh-huh.
But it was like, never mind. I don't remember. I don't gotta say anything. But no, it was something about like this time around.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. It was like patch notes and stuff, so they're just gonna keep updating unlike D&D 5e, 4e and stuff like that. So never mind. I thought it was a similar thing.
Alright, yeah. So for OneD&D, nothing that is being put out on the playtest is confirmed. They're going to continue to iterate with weird and stupid stuff in the future just to see what people think. So yeah. What about the rest of you? Any ideas? What do you think they're gonna go for?
It's very carefully worded, like you said at the start, with the whole
Mhm.
it will continue to evolve just
Yep.
as it has, which scares me, It's company speak for yes, but actually no, right?
yeah, exactly. But not saying no, actually.
It's just they're playing so safe with the words.
Mm.
People now have grown accustomed to that type of language. It seems shifty. It's
Yeah, and
definitely-
people just assume the worst immediately when you use these kind of language,
I mean, I feel like it's fair because it's like, someone asking GTA 6 what's it's gonna have when it's too early in development. You know what I mean?
They don't want to promise anything that they
Yeah.
couldn't do later in the
Yeah.
timeline. That's fair.
Like you don't want to promise the world and then deliver nothing, right? CDPR.
Like,
Boy, okay there, buddy. That's
I wouldn't
that
say
was unnecessary,
nothing.
Okay.
But
That was
let's move on.
unnecessary.
Just
I
let's
think-
start some dialogue in
Okay.
chat,
I think
Oh,
it-
you triggered everyone there.
That was unnecessary right there, buddy. Oh.
I think if they're smart, this will be one of the things that they will need to take care of when designing, that they need to be able to support creators of making third-party D&D content. But hey, it will see how high this is in their priority list as they make the OneD&D, that kind of thing.
I think one thing that they can do to kind of show confidence to people without saying outright that OGL is a thing is provide guides on how to create your own homebrew. Like right now the rules are kind of iffy, but if they can provide like a proper this is how we make monsters and try make your own monsters with this method and see how it works with is it balanced or not. That kind of tells the players that okay, they're writing rules for this already, so maybe the OGL's just around the corner if they really want to garner trust, basically. But hey, that's me. But that is that's all the news, essentially newsworthy stuff. Everything else is there's a lot of TTRPG coming out recently. Specifically, there's a lot franchise based TTRPG. I remember there's the Terminator TTRPG coming out, and then there's another one And there was another franchise, I can't remember, but Aliens TTRPG coming out as well. So all these franchises coming out. So it's not much for me to share. But one thing that's kind of cool, since our Lord and Savior Matt Mercer is with the Critical Role company, they're releasing a new album. The Scanlan Short Halt Music is releasing "Welcome to Wildmouth," which is basically the soundtracks, the sounds of Wildmouth for the second campaign, essentially. So yeah, it's available on iTunes and everything and all that. So feel free to give it a try, give it a listen. I have not listened it by myself, but at the moment, the song titles themselves, it sounds cool.
It's a full-length album too.
Yeah.
Got any notable song titles?
Just scroll down a little bit. I couldn't remember one.
Uh,
Yeah, the one that I really, of course, the one that really caught me, of course, the Vault Struckers. That project. I'm not sure if this is spoilers, but those are basically the spec ops, I guess. if for lack of a better word, it's like the spec op of what was the country called? It was
Empire.
the German country. Yeah, what was the empire name? I can't remember.
Empire.
The Empire. But yeah, that is essentially they're releasing a new album, so feel free to give it a look. It's available now for you to buy. And final news. So this is regarding, I guess, Twitter specifically. Now, if you have not been living under a rock, you would know that recently Elon Musk bought Twitter, and with that came
He
a lot
did?
of things. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Billionaires spending money, right? But
I thought Twitter.
What
I thought the app itself is free. Why did Elon Musk
I know, right? He spent 44
pay for
billion.
it, right?
I know, crazy.
I can just download it right now.
Anyways, a lot of people were not happy with the changes that he put out. I'm not entirely sure what change. Oh, of course, the $8 verified
Twitter
checkmark
Blue.
thing. Yeah, Twitter Blue. That's the main thing. A lot of people are not happy about it. So you know
mean-
what they do? You know what GMs do when they're frustrated? They write a TTRPG. Yes. So this guy over here, this article by Dicebreaker, bring up two similar RPG that is apparently out to vent out their frustration about the current state of Twitter right now. So they have two games over here. One of it is where is the title? I Don't Want a Mastodon. And the other one is The Last Days of Rome. Now, for your information, Mastodon is
seen
Mastodon is the kind of the platform that
Alternative.
people, alternative Twitter,
The
basically, where
quote-unquote
people are jumping
alternative.
ship.
It's Twitter, but it's Discord. I've seen.
Because you can create servers and everything, but I guess the
Yeah.
layout's more Twitter-like. But yeah, that's kind of like available to you right now. But the idea of these two platforms is you play the game, and bad shit happen to you. You deal with it, and then more bad shit happen to you, and then you deal with it until you lose.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Okay.
You're just managing your multiple stats as the world gets worse and worse and worse until you fail. So not really something I recommend, but more like something interesting for you guys to look at. If you want something I recommend, go ahead to Paizo's page. On my Twitter I've been tweeting a lot of
What's
recent
your
news.
Twitter?
Twitter is twitter.com/Skillion where you guys can find daily news updates
Shit.
rather than once a week.
Hold on. Let me find it.
Oh yeah, you can do it. You
I-
can do it. I believe in you.
The problem is I can't open Twitter without doxing myself. So
Alright, never mind that. But if you are interested, you should kind of like go ahead
I
and look
found
at.
it. Wait.
Wait.
Stop it. There we go.
We get bored of that meme.
I'll go ahead and scroll down a little bit where I managed to post one thing here about Paizo's post where they kind of like put a list of all their upcoming games, and one of it is kind of like one of the books that they're releasing for Starfinder is To Defy a Dragon. title's so cool, and the art and everything looks so metal. Love it so much. So if you're interested, give it a look. I can't play it right now because I have 2 campaigns to run. But in the future, maybe, one can dream. I'm honestly considering like next campaign we do Pathfinder or
We could.
Starfinder instead.
Yeah.
With Pathfinder 2E and everything. Yeah.
I'm up
Or
for
Shadowrun,
learning a
whatever.
new one.
Exactly, yeah.
Whichever campaign ends first.
I, why are you saying I'm gonna TPK the Rust engine? Is that what you say? I hope not. But yeah, that is everything. Yeah.
I would have put it above you.
I mean, yeah, for the audience, I don't really have a great track record. All my campaigns so far have ended with a TPK. So.
Or yeah, TPK at the 10th level. Arc of the 12th is the gem that somehow went past 10th and is now at 17th level.
Yeah, it's
Wait, I'm
crazy.
sorry.
The 12, he actually hits right. He nuke a city. Remember that?
Yeah.
Hey, you weren't in there. You were underground. Anyways, let's stop here for now. Thank you very
You
much.
only survived
Saying
because
level
we
10
had a
where we
wishing.
You guys, you're scaring war, guys. You're scaring war. Let's move on to the next section.
It's okay. We still have 4 more levels before the campaign ends, quote unquote. Anyway, let's build Wolverine. What? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone, welcome to Celebrity Atelier.
You can't
Where-
get over. You just put someone's face on you.
Oh.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
In D&D.
Now is when he has internet issue, really?
Wait, what? I'm having internet issues?
Okay,
Yeah, a little bit.
now it's
No,
okay.
no, stop it. Sorry,
I can hear
okay,
you. I can hear you.
alright.
All good.
Alright, so what we're going to make today, well, it's not actually a surprise because everybody can see on the screen. It's Wolverine. Well, for those who don't know, Wolverine is a part of X-Men. I mean, I don't know how to describe him more. Angry, stout man with
That is
metal
about right, yeah.
claws. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go through his abilities first. Alright, so, well, key features of Boom is, I mean, his time. Yeah, beside that, he also have a very fast regenerative healing fire.
That is
He
true.
also have his, what do you call that? Trademark claws. And then he, because of his healing factor, he has decelerating.
What's so
And of his other abilities are superhuman senses, superhuman strength, superhuman speed, superhuman superhuman ability. You know, the works,
Human everything. Yeah.
all the things you kind of need to be a hero.
He's just a superhuman.
Reflexes and also an empathy.
After
Yeah, he's just a superhuman.
the internet out, dude.
Basically, any other D&D character. Picking up.
Oh, that's bad. Should we sing
I
Diddy
don't
voice?
think he hears us.
Maybe.
I
Sorry,
can hear you fine.
make a strange noise. How long is the delay between us saying something and you hearing us? Just for reference.
No.
Okay, yeah, it's very delayed, yeah.
Hey, maybe we delay this and come back to it once it's a bit more stable?
You all. That's
Oh my
fine,
god.
though. I can hear you
Oh
just fine.
my lord. Oh dear.
Sorry, that's really, really bad.
What?
It's
Oh
bad.
no. I'm
Anyway,
sorry, guys. I don't.
where's the technical issue? Hold on. Technical
Let us-
issue.
Let me.
it's a bit fast for this section, but since we had a bit of a technical issue, we're gonna build the Wolverine after the end of this. Okay, after this section, let's revisit where Farid's internet is. Okay, so anyway, today's story is kind of like it starts out. It's one of those that starts out horrible but kind of have a good ending. Again, some trigger warning is there's a bit of sexual harassment and some physical violence. But
Whoa, okay.
yeah, just I have warned you. Okay, thank you. So, let's get into it. So this is posted in r
No,
slash
before that, safe testing. How am I coming to you guys?
better.
Hello. All right.
Okay, can you hear us?
Go ahead. Continue with your stories.
Okay. Maybe after this story we'll get back to a reality where,
Oh,
Paris
there goes
Internet is
gravity.
great.
There goes gravity.
Hey, stop it! Anyway, the gravity's just here. The gravity of the story, I mean. Anyway, this
Oh,
is
God.
posted in r/critcrab by user MightyZeus1611 2 months ago. It doesn't have a lot of traction, but I think it's a pretty cool story anyway. So the title is "We Lost a Quote-Unquote Friend, but Gained a True Friendship." Alright, so greetings, Lord of all crabs. Unfortunately, none of us are crabs here. Before starting the
I
story,
am Crit. Does that count?
that is true. You're half a crit crab. Anyway, before starting the story, I just want to warn that English is not my main language, so it may have grammar mistakes, but I will try to be precise. A bit of context, this story takes place 2 years ago, in those distant times of the beginning of 2020. The pandemic was not yet a concern in my country, so my friends and I still got together to play on weekends. So, story. For reasons external to the table, 2 regular people in the group had to leave the campaign at that time, so being 3 people in total, we did not cover the minimum required to play. So a friend who we'll call DM for the purposes of this story decided to be DM since he had a story planned for a short campaign, and as soon as our 2 friends returned to the original table, we could play another campaign to change setting for a while. One of the members of the table, whom we will call Paladin, invited a friend from his university, who for different reasons in life she never had the opportunity to play until that moment. DM helped her character creation, and everything seemed to be going great until DM and I started seeing red flags during session 0. So the casts of people at the table were the following: DM, me, OP, Fighter, a friend of DM who doesn't have much relevance in the story but was an excellent comrade and eventually a good friend of mine. Wizard, the girl of the group, friend of Paladin. Paladin, friend of DM and mine, who was a few sessions away from showing an aspect of his life that we had never seen before, and certainly a very dark one. So, fortunately, this is another story where Paladin is an issue. Anyway.
Every time, man.
It's always the paladins.
You're right.
It's like they gotta prove something. or something like that.
Anyway, session 0 started well. DM explained the rules, approved the character sheets, even knowing Wizard was new to the hobby. He asked her what topics she didn't feel comfortable with, and he would avoid those topics at the table to make it the best possible experience for her. The personality of Wizard is, until today, a shy person who finds it difficult to relate to people outside her usual social circles. But in that session 0, she quickly adapted to our group dynamics and even entered into the confidence to joke with the characters by giving them silly but cute nicknames. There was only one player who wasn't having as much fun as the others, and that was Paladin. We're not quite sure DM and I at what point in session 0 the tension started, but at one point Paladin kept interrupting every time DM and Wizard talked, trying to somehow grab the attention of Wizard towards him. DM did not pay much attention to this. He attributed the situation to the fact that Paladin was excited to share time with Wizard and thought that for the next session we would all play as usual and guide Wizard as a group in the mechanics of the game. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. To make the story short, Paladin, for almost 10 sessions, which was the duration of the table, acted like a kind of jealous boyfriend with Wizard, even though we all knew they were just friends. No NPC, no party comrade was better than him in any aspect, at least as long as Wizard was on the scene. As long as she wasn't there, Paladin just followed the party or actively searched for Wizard to be a guardian for her, a knight in shining armor to defend her from all threats. Typical Paladin, I guess.
I guess.
We even got to a point where he didn't allow anyone else to heal her with touch range spells, and only under his supervision could we approach her for an interaction, and always under the furtive gaze of the knight in shining armor.
And just stepped to creepy territory there.
This is where like the quote unquote sexual harassment kind of started. So obviously the situation was too much for Wizard. She also confessed to us that during those weeks of the campaign, Paladin had become a very different person. He was violent and abusive with her, reaching a very low point where he became an evil person in her words, using physical violence against her out of jealousy towards other members of the group. So this was shocking for DM and me. We didn't know Wizard very well, but we couldn't ignore the story she told us, and even though Paladin was our friend since 3 years, Paladin friend for 3 years, we had to confront him and clarify this situation. We asked her to be present at the talk with Paladin to expose her evidence and see what he had to say about it. She did not want to confront him at first, but in the end we encouraged her to confront him, knowing that she would not be alone, and if he tried something, she would have DM, Fighter, and me protecting her. So, the confrontation. Paladin arrived at the session like any other day. He rang the doorbell of DM's house, and the four of us leaned out from the gate at the entrance of the house. He couldn't get in, so it was one more protection we had to make Wizard feel safer. DM was the first to speak, and was very direct with the situation, showing him the most obvious bruises and damage on Wizard's body. Ooh, damn. Okay. Paladin denied everything, but Wizard raised her voice in a mix of indignation and confidence, a catharsis of emotions that eventually brought her to tears. Paladin was furious and ended up confessing while insulting us and threatening Wizard to hit her again. Wow. DM recorded everything with his phone and made it clear to him that if he tried to approach her again, the police would have something to say. For my part, I raised my voice after DM's words and said, "You're an effing coward, so many years of friendship and I'm barely seeing the asshole you are. Don't ever come close to any of us ever again." After those words, Paladin just left the encounter and we never talked with him again. 3 days later, Wizard filed a complaint against Paladin. For a few days, he always followed her on the streets, even after the complaint, but never approached her again. Even so, for a few weeks, DM and I took turns picking up Wizard to college and take her home. Paladin was expelled from the college a few days after the complaint, and apparently his parents at the time decided after a few weeks to bring him back to his hometown to avoid problems. Once we confirmed that, peace returned to all of us. Currently, the core group, DM, the two returning players and I are still together to this day, and I'm happy to say Wizard is now part of our RPG family. She became important to all of us and we are her best friends since that experience. I know this is a horror story, no one should go through what any of us went through, but if I'm to take something good out of this whole story, it's what I learned. Sometimes appearances are deceiving, the knights in shining armor are not always the good guys, and true friendships are sometimes forged in the heat of bad times. So, yeah.
Holy
That actually has a nice ending. That's nice.
This is really
Yeah, I mean,
God. Thank God.
Yeah.
that things just got heavy for a while there.
Yeah, the guy. I mean, is there anything to debate here? Like,
No,
he's just being a dick, right? Like, there's no.
there's actually a lot of stories like this in the RPG horror stories, and unfortunately it affects women a lot, especially because like I guess some or I don't know, it's like especially if the the group is like male heavy, when a girl enters, this one person at least will become weird. But
Oh yeah. I mean, like when like most of the time guys can talk to guys, and like there'll be a mannerism that guys just overlook, but then there's always that kind of like different way you act when you're with girls or with the opposite gender and everything. So some people they just don't So it kind of makes it weird a little bit, I guess. I have a
In my
friend like that.
opinion, is because a male-centric group has little experience or exposure, uh, dealings with the opposite gender.
It's true. It's true. But
So,
I
so
think some people just aren't able to kind of like they don't see like it's weird. They just act like how it is normally. And to the girl, it may be weird. When with a girl, it's kind of weird. But when it's just guys, it's just normal guy bantering stuff. At least that's how I feel about it. At least I don't blame people for being weird. I usually tell them you're being weird, so that they know at the very least. But I don't blame people like that because I know people interact with others differently and everything. So I usually try to tolerate up to a point. Of course, if someone complains or abuse, yeah, no, what's the word? No,
no tolerance.
yes, no tolerance. That's the one.
Such a wild story too. Like, I'm actually speechless for the first time ever. Now allow me
Like,
to speak for a few minutes.
You'll actually be surprised how much of this kind of story is in RPG horror stories. I'm just saying.
It sucks, but I know. Yeah, I've gone through them in my days. I mean, I
Yeah.
read through them. Well, I mean, we were doing the whole bit about glory and horror stories, and we both visited the same subreddit.
Right. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen some catchy titles. It's awful, and I think we should all kind of work together to make the space more inclusive for everybody.
Yeah.
Except weirdos like that. Throw that guy in a volcano, please.
I
Thank
think
you.
that guy was more like it's the thing is that guy was already friends with the wizard, aka the girl, for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing he's trying to use D&D as a sort of like a way to get closer to her, that kind of thing.
It's not wrong. Like, being friends, yeah, getting closer, understandable. But
Yeah,
like,
but,
but you start beating the other guy. That's just wrong.
Well, you see, sometimes men do stupid shit, especially when their feelings are not
reciprocated.
reciprocated. So they don't know what to do. This is at least in my opinion, because thinking back when I was back in school,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I used to have these stupid notions about the opposite gender.
Uh-huh.
So, but I never been an abuser. So I tend to keep my ideas, my thinking to myself. But it was dark shit though.
I mean, but
So
you didn't like put it into motion.
yeah,
you mean?
I never put it into action or even
Okay.
said anything. I
Right.
just keep it to myself. But as I grew up, as I interacted more with the opposite gender, and I learned a lot of things, and as I gain experience, I know, oh, this is wrong, this is right. So I think it's more of a, first of all, it's inexperience, and also the, what do you call that?
So
The most, yeah, it's not more so entitlement. It's because maybe they don't know what to do if their feelings are not reciprocated.
Mm.
So they resort to violence. I don't know why, because I don't know, maybe
It's guys.
it's just guys.
Yeah. When guys interact, there's always a threat of violence behind it. if
Yeah,
you ask me.
like babies, when they get angry, they don't know what to do with that feeling, right? So they just smash things, push things off the table.
Are
That's
you
how
basically
man-child.
saying some men are just
Yeah.
babies?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
Okay.
That is true. That
No,
is
I
that is
agree, I
that's the
agree.
fact. So as they grow up, I hope this guy, as he grows up, live through life, he learn, he gain experiences, and become a better person.
Such a hopeful note to leave on, honestly.
Let's
I agree.
see. So
On
anyway,
the other note, can we just comment on one of the people in chat? delabeled the paladin player skill issue.
That was
No, that
was
was
No, that was
was
the
mine.
other one.
Huh? Wait,
My
your-
players keep dying on the previous
Yeah,
campaign.
that was the comment.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Anyway,
Oh.
since I think we've connected to a reality where parts connection is stable, let's go back to building Wolverine. Let's go. Okay, take two, everybody. Oh no!
Oh no, is he gone?
No! Is this a curse?
Farid, wake up!
Farid!
I think it's
That's a
gone.
Wolverine.
Why?
Guys, sorry.
It's fine, it's fine.
Okay.
This time was my bad. I had my mic muted.
Okay.
Okay.
Another week, another pro streamer move.
Hey, that's not much. That's his.
I'm still a baby streamer though.
Okay, baby streamer.
No,
Yeah, true. First
you
season,
have
first
been
season, first season.
streaming as with this white for the longest time.
Well, either way, speaking of angry man, let's make our angry man in D&D.
Let's go.
Alright, Logan, aka Wolverine, X-Men, superhero shit, abilities, regenerative factor, detectable claws, decelerated aging, superhuman everything, and also animal empathy. Alright, that's our goal. Let's start building then.
I'm
First
looking
of all-
forward to how the regeneration works here.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised though.
Okay.
Okay. Right, let's start with race. I'm gonna pick Goliath for his race. You know, big, brody guys. You know, have a lot of cons. Goliath has a +2 on Constitution, right? Constitution, and a +1 in strength. Both are great ESI for Wolverine, and also Goliath have skill athletics, proficiency in athletics. I mean, that can check off our superhuman strength, right? Proficiency in athletics.
I do have an issue.
And what?
Goliaths are tall. When
Yeah.
we're notoriously short.
You can make shot Goliath, right?
Ask GM to homebrew it. Ask GM to homebrew it.
I mean, no, it's more fitting. Look, like Wolverine's Canadian, and giants like they survive in cold weather.
Yeah, that is
I
true. That
guess
is
so.
true.
It's
You win some, you lose some, I guess.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. Also, he has powerful build. That's just mean he. Oh, where's my notes? What does powerful build do? I can't remember from the top of my
Doubles
head.
his carrying capacity, I think. One
Yeah, there
size
you go.
larger.
One size larger when determining carrying capacity. So superhuman strength then. Okay. For background, I actually wanted to pick soldier, but soldier gives skill proficiency in athletic as well, so I have to pick something else. We're going with folk hero.
Okay.
I mean, Wolverine is
He's
a
been
hero,
around
right?
for a while, yeah. He's been around for a
I
while.
guess. Okay.
Basically, Wolverine has been around for a while. He can fit in any background. in the D&D.
Aren't they kind of hated? The X-Men, I mean, like in the world. Shouldn't he be like the haunted one or something? Because of his whole backstory.
Ooh, haunted one could work too.
Yeah, could work. Like I said, he can be anything. But I really wanted the land vehicle proficiency. You know, look at the picture. He has a motorcycle on him.
Oh.
I think the first
There
thing
you
I
go.
think of Wolverine is cigars.
There's not a lot of background that gives land vehicle proficiency.
Alright.
So either soldier or folk hero. So I'm picking folk hero. Proficiency in animal handling, good with animals, animal empathy, and also survival. Wolverine has he lived a long time, so I'm sure he's a survivor, right? And like I said, he has proficiency in land vehicle because he likes to ride his bike a lot.
Alright.
Okay, let's move on to his attributes. We're going to use point buy as normal with this kind of build. You know, we want a bit of min maxing.
Control.
So
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So remember last time I built Aerith, we we put emphasis on the casting attributes. Right now we're going to put on physical attributes. So strength 14, agility 14,
Oh,
Constitution.
very physical order.
Yep. Constitution 14, intelligence
Oh my-
9,
Oh my
wisdom 13, and charisma 8.
Wisdom 13? You can't do that.
Yeah, you can, right?
Dexterity 14 as well, right?
Yeah, dexterity 14.
Okay. I thought you said 15.
Oh, 14. Yeah, I really wanted to have Constitution on 15, but like Aina said, I can't do that, so I have to put Constitution 14. Okay. Either way, let's move on for his
Why did I
class.
say you can't do that? What?
Because you
And
went over the point by
Oh,
you
yeah.
got not enough point.
I mean, not everyone will make. Yeah, I mean here, yeah.
Alright, let's move on to his class. I'll show everybody
wait.
knows, right? Level 1
No,
barbarian.
you can't. Okay, never mind.
What? Am I missing something?
No, I thought like if you
I know what it
remove
is.
this, then. Oh, I
No,
guess
you
it
need 2
costs-
points to increase it to
Got
50.
it. Okay. All right.
Stop it.
I don't know. I was just making sure. But you know, you could do this. You could do this. Then you can do this. Aha.
What?
I mean,
Yes.
lower the
You
wisdom,
reduce-
lower the intelligence because the modifier is gonna be the same.
Wisdom needs to be 13 though. For my build to work, wisdom needs to be 13.
Okay. Got
Right.
it.
Unless your DM says otherwise.
Okay.
We'll get to that. Okay. First class, level 1, barbarian. I mean, Wolverine, right? Barbarian.
I guess so. It's like a Path of the Beast kind of thing. Oh, wait a minute! I saw it! I just...
Yeah.
It's kind of obvious why you say barbarian, though. Let's be honest.
let's go to the levels first. Okay, level 1, D12 hit dice, a lot of HP, support his superhuman durability, and proficiency in con saving throw as well. Superhuman stamina, right? He gets skill proficiency. I'm gonna pick intimidation and perception. Intimidation just cause because, big angry man, intimidating. I mean, I shouldn't be saying big, right? Buff angry man.
Buff agreement.
Perception for his superhuman senses. In the wiki, they list down all of the senses that he has, but in D&D, we only have one perception for every type of sensory checks, right?
Yep.
Well, so perception, proficiency in perception. And also at level 1, he gets rage. I mean, this is Wolverine. This is all
Berserker.
what it's all about. Yeah,
Yeah.
Berserker rage. And also, while raging, he has, what do you call that? Resistance to blunt, slashing, and piercing damage, right? I mean,
While raging, yeah.
yeah, when you calculate damage, let's say you roll 14 on a piercing damage, so, and then you half it, but in actuality, you deal 14, and then you heal half, right?
Ah.
Regenerative healing, anybody?
Wow. Okay. I see how you're doing this. Got it.
I like it.
That's smart.
So it's
actually.
flavor, man. You just need to
It's
flavor.
flavor, man, it's
Yeah.
Okay, so but there's more to that for his healing though.
Alright.
More. We'll get to it later on. Okay. For level 1, I think that is all. And also he has armored defense. I calculated 14 for his base AC. So I mean 14 is a decent armor class at level
For
1, right?
level one, yeah.
Yeah, decent.
Yeah, decent. I mean, as you level up, you get AI size, dump more into constitution, you get more AC.
Yeah.
Okay, So at level 2, Danger Sense gives you advantage on Dex saving throw, so superhuman reflexes. Simple enough. I guess that's all for level 2. And at level 3, we get to pick his subclass, like Aina has pointed to you guys, the Path of the Beast.
Woo!
Definitely gonna do the claw thing then.
Yeah, you know why? Because Path of the Beast at level 3, you get Form of the Beast. You can either pick mouth, claws, or tails. For Wolverine, I'm sure you're always gonna choose claws, right? For his
I'll go with
retractable. Yeah, you get retractable claws. And with this feature, you can. It says as long as your hand is empty, you can attack with the claws. And when you take the attack action with the claws, you can take another action. Another attack using the same action. So 2 attacks.
Oh.
There you go. At level 3, you get 2 attacks.
And that's not even a bonus action. Your bonus
Yep,
action
only
is
when a
still
bonus
Extra
action.
attack. So does that
Yeah,
mean when
yeah.
you get extra attack, you can attack 4 times?
3 times. 3 times. Because once per turn, you can only do this once per turn.
Yeah, once on each of your turns.
Yeah.
And technically, when you take the attack action, you attack twice. And this feat gives you 1 additional attack when you take the attack action. So 3 times.
Yep, that is true.
Okay.
So, usually our build stop here, right? But I like this character a lot, so I actually flashed it up until level 20.
Oh boy.
Until
we're
what
breaking
level?
screen.
What? 20?
20, yeah, but
Okay,
Whoa.
then a quick summary.
Yeah.
Just
I should preface this because to everyone because I actually like the barbarian class. I don't know. I like the idea of getting angry and not giving shit to again, just smashing everything in front of you. Okay. But so I'm gonna give a quick summary. So starting at level 4, you're actually gonna multi-class into monk.
what?
Wait, hold on. So 3 levels in Barb. Okay.
Yep, and then starting at level 4, everything should be monk level.
What?
Okay.
So that is why I said wisdom has to be 13 because you need 13
Ah.
wisdom to multi-class into monk.
Okay. I
Why?
did not see that coming.
Okay, so okay.
Oh, you get 3 attacks by default then with that.
There you go. So at level 2, monk level 2. Okay, hear me out, okay?
Okay.
At level 2, monk that get dedicated weapon. Right? Dedicated weapon says you can pick any weapon that you're proficient with and turn it into a monk weapon. So the claws are actually simple melee weapon, and but her rules as written, you can pick the class as your monk weapon,
God. Alright.
right? Because dedicated weapon says the weapon must be simple or martial, you must be proficient with it, and must lack the heavy and special properties.
Is
And the
unarmed
class
a
just-
special property? No, right? I guess
The
not.
class
You
says
must not have.
count form of the beast says it count as a simple melee weapon for you.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh
There you
my
go.
god.
So it's
So you can up it up to like D10 or something at higher levels. then.
D10 at higher levels. And also, since it's when you attack with monk weapon, at level 1 you get martial arts, right? When you attack with a monk weapon, you can bonus action attack with your unarmed strike, or you can do flurry of blows. So at level 5, you can actually have either 3 or 4 attacks, depending on your key, on how much key you want to use.
God damn.
So
You really
pretty good.
thought about that.
Yeah.
You're not
I look a
Wolverine,
fighter
you're
a little bit already.
Yeah, you're
And
not
it's-
Wolverine,
it's-
you're Logan. It's
Yeah.
just Logan.
Yeah, it's Logan. So you just flurry attacking, and don't forget while you're raging, you have a +2 bonus on each of
Do
your
all the
strike.
damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I mean, it is a D6 right now, but you attack 4 times in a turn.
He's an auto
it stacks
attacker.
up. Yep.
Wait, so
Oh my
so does I mean Monk has that thing where the unarmed attack becomes higher.
Yeah.
Would the claws count as as an unarmed attack.
The claw
Um,
counts
I
as a monk weapon.
Monk weapon.
So it still
So
works.
monk-
Yep,
Yeah, it
still
works.
works.
It
Oh,
works.
okay. Okay.
That's why I said the rest of the class, the weapons, the class will be monk. So
Good.
let's continue on. At monk
What
level
special-
4, okay, monk level
Oh my god, that's
4.
more.
Wait,
Still level four,
you
what do you
skipped
expect?
level 3. What's
Yeah.
the tradition?
Yeah. I mean, it's addition. I would like to pick open hand, but anything works actually. But open hand works better because you don't need any. I mean, can say is weapon, so you don't need the weapon. Open hand is just more punching.
That's true.
The rest of the monk subclass is magical, so not Wolverine, right?
Not applicable.
Okay. So at level 4, monk at level 4, you gain at a total level 7. You get quicken healing. Adds to his regenerative factor. As an action,
my
you
God.
can use a key point. Yes, you can use a key. Roll one dice. Your key dice. Not key dice. What is it? What's the name again? Martial art dice. Yeah,
Oh.
martial art dice.
Okay.
Quicken healing. You use a key as an action. You use a key. You roll one martial art dice and add it to your health.
Oh my god, that's really
You regain number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your proficiency bonus. So,
Damn.
yep, regenerative factor.
It's basically a
And
kill
also, yep, cure wounds with your keys, yeah, but to yourself only.
Yeah.
But it also grows with you though because martial art dice grows
I
as you
mean,
gain level.
at first it's a healing word, and then it's cure wounds, and then like who knows. Oh.
Okay, so at level 4 also you get ESI. So I would suggest you pick skill expert. This is just because I wanted to get the +1 to constitution, make it a nice round 16. And also you gain proficiency of one skill of your choice, pick anything. And you can get expertise. So expertise your perception to get that superhuman senses. To up for your superhuman senses. Okay, let's continue on. This is the next part is the it's more exciting because at monk level 5, total level 8, you get extra attack. Meaning, without spending any key points, you can attack 4 times in a row. That's already a fighter
You
capstone.
mean 5? 5
Yeah.
times.
No, without keys.
Without key point for 4 times because 2 attacks from claws, 1 extra attack, and bonus attack for martial arts. So that is 4 times. But if you spend 2 key points, so if you spend 2 key points, you get flurry of blows for your bonus, so you get 5 times.
Wait, you're already a dual wielding fighter at max level, but you're at low level. You're level 8.
You're at level 8.
Yeah,
My
level
god!
And you have the additional +2 range damage to each of your attack as well. If you...
Oh my god! This is too OP. This is not possible.
Can I change my character in your campaign, Crit?
Stop it!
No take maxis.
So at monk level 6, open hand monk, you gain at level 9. You get wholeness of the body. So this just you can heal as an action. You can heal twice your monk level. So another regenerative healing factor. And the rest is just normal level up. At monk level 15, you gain at level 18. This is closer to the end of the campaign, right? Should be. You get timeless body. I know Monk's timeless body is not the same as Druid's timeless body, but one can wish, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know why Monk don't get slower aging. Come on, if you get slower aging, there you go.
That's perfect, yeah. It's okay, just use precipitation or something to make it look young.
Yeah.
My guy survived 2 world wars, was it? He was born
Yeah.
in the 1800s.
So timeless body, right? But it's okay. I mean, you can just favor it that way. I mean, he looks old, but he's not old. He's young at heart. Well,
Young at heart, he's a grizzled old man.
Young at heart.
Young at heart. I mean, even he's old, he moves as fast as a on his prime, as his prime. All right, there you go. That's Wolverine. If you look at his character sheet, he should have 16 strength, 14 dexterity, 15 constitution, 9 intelligence, and 13 wisdom, and 8 charisma.
That's pretty
It all kind
good.
of lines up as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like low intelligence, yeah, he's rushed Magneto while being made out of metal.
Yeah.
Anyway, name?
Good shit.
Yeah, okay, name.
X,
I'm gonna
man.
spell it out.
Okay,
I'm gonna spell it out.
go for it.
I hope you guys get this. Youge
Why?
spacebar. Youge spacebar ACKMAN.
M-A-N.
Yeah. You get it? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge Ackman.
You
Oh.
Jackman.
The huge jacked man, guys.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is a cool
Perfect.
build. Hey, I mean, I don't know if you'll ever be able to play this character, but it's a pretty cool NPC to have.
Wait, is his movement speed 55? What?
Well, this is level 18. Level 18.
Oh, okay.
Chill.
Okay, alright, cool.
Again, that's why NPC. Anyway, cool build. Will be available in the description whenever I post this. And yeah, that's it for workshop. Let's go to the next section. I feel like the lag is just part of
Part of the stream. Then.
part of the
It-
stream.
It's part of the charm. It's part of the intro.
Part of the
Yeah.
charm, yeah.
Yeah, the cyberpunk, a little bit glitchy here. and
Yeah.
there, you know,
It would be great if there were glitch effects. But no, it's just lag. Anyways, oh god, we're so pressed for time. But welcome everyone to Homebrew Highlights, where we take a deep dive across the interweb to find out homebrew delights. Let's see what's cooking. Are you the sort to make a statement with every breath you take? Do you need the attentions of all in the room with every move you make? Now, with the comfort and sensation of a headgear, one sorely often forgotten attire in D&D, I present to you the butterfly hat. A tricone-style hat, which the brim is a pattern of a butterfly wing. It is a wondrous item, uncommon, and requires the user to make an attunement. It was made by user Goldie Dust. Actually, no, that's not Goldie Dust. That's-
Goldilust.
Yeah, Goldie Lust, now that I'm reading it again. They make a ton of homebrew items and monsters as well. I checked them out. There's this jelly bean looking fella. You'll see it later on. He has a Patreon and Twitter. So yeah, head on down there for, item cards and everything and such. Go support your local the homebrew maker artists. I guess local, wait. Wait, what am I saying? Anyway, item in question. The butterfly hat. Okay, right. Let's go discuss what this wonderful piece of attire can help you do. This item can allow the user, to make 3 actions. No, sorry, there's 2 actions. Fuck. Wait. Oh god, I am currently very flabbergasted. Forgive me
Take
for
your
that.
time.
Take a deep breath, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're not
Still-
pressed for time,
We're
don't worry.
not super pressed for time. We still have time.
No, we can
Yep.
press for like 20, 30 more minutes, so
This is
don't
what-
get tripped.
I promise I'm not on coffee. Okay. Inside joke.
Hey,
The item in question allows you to create a swarm of butterflies, which Goldilust states that you can go take out the swarm of insects wasp stat block from the, I believe, DMG, or is it the monster manual? I don't know. One of
That's
the
just
other.
this. Yeah, I think it's the
it
DMG.
doesn't say here.
I'm
Yeah.
PHB, I think.
But yeah,
I think it's PHB. Yeah.
Is in the player handbook. All right.
I
Then
think
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Basic
You can also
rules, so
find it-
it's free.
or you can find it in D&D Beyond, and like no one would care the wiser. Yeah. So as once per long rest and as an action, the user can use the hat and transform it to a Meresma swarm of butterflies, and use the stat block as provided by D&D, I guess. And with this swarm of butterflies, basically you can ask it to perform simple commands such as distracting, by i.e. giving disadvantage, I guess, to skill checks, or fetching an item no more than 5 pounds. And for all, when activated, the swarm of butterflies must stay at least 60 feet away from you. No, still, 60 feet has to be at least 60 feet
With
close
it.
to you,
Yeah.
within words. Otherwise, they magically reappear next to you. You can dismiss the swarm using a bonus action, or if the swarm diminishes back to 0 HP, wherein it returns back to its hat form right on top of your head. There you go. A very simple, a very flamboyant looking hat. I don't know. I don't know why I took
I
very.
I feel like this item is just for flair. I don't know how it's all that
It is-
useful
it
other
is-
than to trigger a trap or something.
It's just a nice, fun item that you can use. It's kind of like the stuff of bugs kind of thing that Caduceus have in Critical Role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of remind, and I feel like this hat would be perfect for that paladin right now. He needs to be the center of attention, right? So he can have this.
No, that paladin just wanted the girl.
Oh yeah, never mind. Maybe the hat will help.
I mean, like from a player's perspective, I definitely feel like this is very much for a player who wants to stand out, who wants like
Yeah.
their main goal is to be the distraction.
Like
be
maybe they were a street magician, so like, you know.
yeah, a vagrant or a sellout. I don't know.
I mean, Cape of Billowing is a thing in Xanathar's.
That's
That's a
true.
So,
common
like,
magic
All
item.
it does is just cloak. So I guess like
Yeah.
this being uncommon and requires attunement feels a bit much for something that doesn't do a lot.
I disagree because it is still a creature that can fight. It has AC, it has hit points, it
But
deals 2d4 damage,
can it
4d4
fight?
damage.
I mean, it's a
Yeah, you
tiny
use the
beast.
Attracting or fetching?
It's
Doesn't
a
say attack.
swarm.
You use the swarm.
It's a
of
swarm
insects.
of butterflies, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can technically just command them to attack, no?
What's the CR? It's a half CR.
Mm.
Which I guess
I mean,
is more than
that's why
like...
it's an uncommon
Being
item.
being uncommon, it doesn't
Yeah.
scale with you. It's just.
I mean, put it in the hands of a rogue, you can get free sneak attack.
That is true,
Really?
actually.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah,
I
yes,
guess
ally within 5 feet, yeah.
Yeah. Also, this thing has blind sight apparently, so just place it somewhere in the dark. You can be alerted.
And
if
then
your
talk to
hat-
them via speak with animals.
Oh, now we're thinking with dice. Yes.
But I do agree, like the item's very simple. It's something that you might get at lower levels, but once you get to a higher level with the +3 weapons and summoning fire elementals, this is gonna be left on the wayside, unfortunately.
Yeah,
That's a good low level item.
Yep. You can. Do you think a player can start their campaign with this item?
Depends. Some GM give you a starting common item. Usually uncommon items like above level 5. If you start a campaign above level 5, then usually a GM might give you one uncommon item.
But if a player approached me with this butterfly hat and be like, "Hey, can I start the campaign with this item?" I would just narrow my eyes and go, "Why? What are you planning?" It's a specific item, right?
It has flexibility.
I like it. It's cool. Like you said, for rogues, sure, sneak attack thing, but I mean, sneak attack is easy enough to get if you guys tune in on the Rust Engine every Friday. You will see that I nail sneak attacks every time. So,
yeah,
But-
minus that one
For
time
last,
that you
except
keep
for last
missing.
session.
we don't talk about that one time. Okay? But
Yeah, one time,
that
two
aside,
times.
it's cool. It can be replaced by Mage Hand if you really think about it,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Well,
That's what I was thinking too.
And doesn't eat up an attunement, that Mage Hand
It
thing.
does. It does. Requires
No, Mage Hand.
attunement.
Mage hand
Oh,
is not.
uh,
Yeah,
And I don't know if it can fight, because in the description of the item it says you can use the swarm of butterflies to do simple commands such as distracting or fetching an item.
But
Doesn't say
like,
that.
what about defend or attack? Isn't that?
Yeah,
or-
Exactly.
that's pretty simple. I think the complicated is like you can't operate, this machinery or something. That'll be a bit too complicated.
You cannot use the butterfly to give you a potion of health.
Yeah, like feed you a potion of health as the point, because that's a
What
little
about,
bit too
like,
complicated.
heal?
Yeah.
I guess it's not as simple.
Yeah.
So how do I
butterflies.
heal, master? I can't
It's like
do
slam your
that.
face.
Smashes the bomb on your head. Does that work once? First?
That's so cute.
Now I need a swarm of death. But wait, we have a swarm of death butterflies in our campaign.
No, we had one. Remember, it
We
was
had,
the blood.
yes.
Blood. What
The-
was
The blood tail,
the blood
the-
tails, and then
the evolved glow tails.
Yeah, then it went with lamb. So we never saw them. They were my favorite to talk to.
Because they talk about sex.
No! Stop it. Anyway, your
Yeah,
said,
Sorry, what?
Like that in front of everybody.
She streamed the whole thing. It's online.
you can't find proof, and you can, but you won't do it. Anyway, your says,
Well,
you guys drink your
those-
potions.
those-
I have my minions use them on me as suppositories. What?
Suppository. I'm not big brain enough for this joke.
The suppository is the pill that you put in your butt.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining goblins just shoving potions up your butt. You're cool.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Anyway, let's move away from that imagery. That was a wrong comment to talk about, and go to the last sections of this episode. Ooh.
That is so funky every
So
time.
funky. Yeah, I know.
It always gets to be, man.
Yeah. So, hi and welcome back to GM Academy. My name is Crit, and I will hopefully help you guys get better at GMing so that you may do it sometimes and give Rain and I a break. So, if you look at the blackboard behind me, you will see that we're once again talking about the masks we wear, because it's a lot to talk about, and I don't think we can fit it all in 15 minutes. So, Farid, you've missed our last lesson. I hope you took notes from someone else. You didn't just not study for this, right?
Yes, this. I mean, I took lots of notes.
Perfect. Okay. So, because you weren't here last time, we went over the question of what was your favorite NPC in a D&D game, be it Brain's game, not my game because you haven't played in my game, or anywhere else, Critical Role, or whichever other game you watch. So, who was your favorite?
NPC.
When you think about it off the top of your head, yeah.
Well, I have this one guy, but we forgot about it.
Oh no.
Okay.
His name is Caleb.
What?
Caleb who?
Oh, who? Hang on.
Yeah, the guy that you forgot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who?
Yeah,
Yeah, so, he is your
he's a really
favorite.
cool guy. Yeah. that's
Have
my
you
favorite.
actually met him in game?
Yeah, we interacted with him a
Did
lot.
we?
He's our favorite person.
Are you sure?
Okay. Okay, so I'm gaslighting each other.
I hate
It was fun for the campaign, but
For context,
Yeah, but
Caleb was eaten by a, what was it called again? A false hydra.
False
So
hydra.
everybody
False
forgot about him, including the party. So yeah,
it's tragic, isn't it?
tragic.
yeah, tragic.
So why was he your favorite? Do you have a concise reason?
Well, I don't know. I think he's cool. I mean, yeah, I like this. One of my favorite type of character is this old haggard man that is bitter towards everything else, but he has a kind heart.
Is that what Caleb was?
Yep.
Yeah, but
I thought he
except
was
he wasn't old. He was more of like early 30s or something.
I mean, he's a
Damn.
wizard.
Early 30, that's ancient, dude.
Or late 20s. I don't know. I guess for humans it is, so.
Damn, 1 foot in the grave already. Damn. Oh man, a youngster at 26 wouldn't know. But okay, so it's a specific archetype of character that you enjoy.
Yep.
Were there any others in the campaign, off the top of your head? Like, do
Yeah,
all these characters fall under the same umbrella, or is it just something specific about Caleb that?
I
Caleb?
mean, no, like Caleb is just because I like that type of character, and I mean, to be fair, the way Daniel portray him, I mean, I like the way Daniel portray him. He's really cool. He's really fun to interact with.
Ah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so today's tip on making hopefully better characters is exactly that. Their interactions with the party, right? And how to hopefully make them better. And in lieu of that, we have obviously the 2 types of NPCs, right? We have the important ones and the not so important ones, or better yet, story crucial NPCs and just minor NPCs. Or better yet, minor and major. There we go.
Okay.
Words are hard to find sometimes.
Understandable.
So, for minor characters, such as, the random baker down the street, you don't really have to have a very elaborate backstory of who they are, right? Just bare essentials that you can improvise from are fine. Their race, their sex, their position in the world, their profession, class, if any, that kind of stuff. You don't really have to go into, like, the last 3 generations of their family or anything, right? It's unnecessary. But just something interesting for the players to probably attach themselves to as they talk to this one NPC and love them for, like, no particular reason. Shout out to all the beloved bartender NPCs in the world. And the other kind is obviously the big, major, important NPCs, which obviously require a little more thought to them, where you will probably want to think about their ideology, their goals, their a lot actually. You have to flesh them out significantly more. And during conversation, I found a neat trick to kind of make conversations more enjoyable, which is to break the habit of getting the last word in as a GM or as a character. So personally, I have this issue, right, where if I'm talking to somebody, I will want to have the last word in whatever it is, be it a comment or an emote or a sigh at the end of a sentence or conversation. I feel the need to get the last word in, and what you want to do with NPCs is practice the opposite. Have the party, the main big guys, get their last word into conversations and the final statements, right? Another way to make the NPCs more lovable in conversations was to, and I want to put this well enough, to set up the characters for a good response. For example, if they're talking to an NPC, right? The way to make the players feel good is for an NPC to not see a very obvious solution to an issue, right? And have the players respond to that, or setting themselves up for irony is another good one, where they say something and they don't really see how that's ironic. The characters will respond to that, and it will create a much better conversation overall. I noticed that Rain does that a lot. He plays with the characters' I guess flaws in a way. Could we consider flaws, Rain? I guess not really. With their quirks would be a better word. There we go. That's the right one. And let the player bounce off of that, which is incredibly fun. Like the last session we had with the Amazing Spicy 7. I think was very good because of it. You had those lovely Warforged NPCs you introduced, and they were memorable enough, right, guys? Well, all of those two were there.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
I forgot about them for a bit.
the doctors, you mean?
Yeah, you were there, right? Yeah, you remember those? Yeah, the somehow overweight Warforged.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
Yeah,
we were
because he has
forged.
a really rounded body. Yeah. I remember that.
What?
Yes, you immediately remember that.
What
It's that
overweight
one.
Warforged?
The
I
one
re-
that let us use the machine
The
by
Sims.
like leaving it unattended.
He was overweight. Oh no.
Yes.
I was like troubled to find a word to describe him. I want to say fat, but he's not actually fat because he's a warforged. There's no fat there. He's just round.
Has
Oh.
more natural armor.
I remember
Yeah.
the word you I remember
Rotund.
the word you use it. He has extra plating under his belly.
Yeah.
That's it.
And on the sides too.
Yeah.
Mutar B says overweight, you mean more natural armor. Haha.
Exactly.
It just gives you more AC. That's the strat we all
Exactly.
have here. But yeah, so sometimes even an unlikable character with an interesting enough of a quirk is a lovable character. For example, the obligatory coward that takes credit for the party's work can piss off people in real life,
Oh,
but
yeah.
in-game can be a lovable little scamp. At least that's
Yeah,
what I've
yeah.
heard.
Oh,
can
like
pick-
Kiki. He sucks, but he's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like some things that would piss you off in real life can endear you to an NPC like nothing else. And
Yeah, I tried to make him hateable. Apparently, he's not hateable enough.
Hey, you bring an emo character. I'm gonna
The
love
problem
it.
is you added a dash of hot and on
Yeah!
top of it.
You can add
That
a
was the
dash
problem.
of hot. People will like that. People like me.
Poor break.
No, there's the mentally disabled people who like that type of thing.
oh, I know.
What?
That was a direct call.
It's okay. Aina doesn't realize. Let's move on.
Let's
Holy.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay.
Okay.
Move forward.
So to quote a man much wiser than myself, John 4, to make the characters awesome, treat them like George R. R. Martin, let them be the straight man of the party, strain their leashes, aka give them bigger goals and let them do stuff behind the scenes, hatch villains, which is another interesting one because villains are intrinsically interesting unless they're, I want to destroy the world because I want to destroy the world type of villains. Those suck. Let them be the heroes of their own story type of deals. And the final one is become a mad scientist, aka just kinda go a little bit crazy with their social and story aspects and see what happens, because through experimentation we get a lot better at everything. So don't feel limited to just their voice, just their backstory, just their appearance. Experiment with anything and everything as you go along. It goes a very long way. And I think that's the end of the class, unless you guys got any questions.
No,
Unless people in the chat.
Unless
has
people in the
any.
chat got questions,
Right.
that's a good point.
No.
Does anybody in the chat have any
No.
questions?
Not
Any-
as of now. Oh hey, Wutarby said something. Wait. And no questions. Never mind.
No questions. All
But
good.
he said just their DM's guide, roll table for methods and goals and weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's something you can definitely work off of. Or rather, if you're making a minor NPC, your local baker, hell yeah. Methods, their goals and weaknesses, yeah, that's perfect for them. But if you're working on, the big villain of the campaign or an ally of the party, then you probably...
It's a starting point. It's a starting point.
Yeah.
You ask me.
Yeah. And what you say there, I just let my players make villains. Yeah, that's a wonderful thing to introduce an NPC that becomes a villain later down the road.
Yeah.
So much fun. Maybe early on they sling an insult in a guy's way and he retaliates with a very minor obstacle to the party. But as they get progressively more powerful, they piss off stronger and stronger people, and eventually they come for them in a more gruesome way than saying mean things.
Yeah,
It's-
we actually did that, right, in our campaign.
What?
It's
Remember
staple D&D.
Eterna?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Oh yeah,
Remember
Eterna.
Oh.
Eterna?
Yeah, you guys
Well,
pissed off
she
the
was
six
already
people.
poised to be the villain. Let's be honest. So we're just making sure she is the villain, basically. For
Or maybe
Eterna.
you're the villain in her story.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, she kind of crossed a couple of lines that we wouldn't cross, so I think we're the good guys.
Yeah. That's true.
We haven't gone
I mean,
down to her level yet.
It's a story of you killed my friend, I killed your friend.
Yeah.
Well, my character didn't kill her friend, and she tried to kill his friend, so
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's a
you're with
cycle
us.
of vengeance.
completely justifiable.
Yeah.
You're with us by association.
Mm.
Anyway, Mutar
But-
shares the story of how his party, whoopsie, freed a ghost, but the party's low level, can't fight, so he made him flee. But the ghost is now raising an army, and the party's chasing it.
Oh no.
I had the opposite thing happen. The party accidentally summoned an air elemental through wild magic
Oh, okay.
at level 1 or 2, I think.
Oh no.
And I didn't want to have it be hostile, so instead it was friendly to them. But it was kind of like an infant brain, so it just kind of wandered off on its own. But now, in game, several months later, he came back as a ally and a major NPC. So that was pretty fun.
Aw.
Good addition.
He's a baby.
People. He is a baby.
And now he's
But
grown.
So, as you guys can see out the windows, it's currently nighttime, which means that our class is probably over. We kind of stayed way too long in here.
Yeah.
So, I'll let you guys go back to your dorms or trash containers,
Extra
wherever you live.
congrats, you got extra credits.
It's I'm prime real estate, okay? I'm living in prime real estate. Don't call it a trash compactor. Jeez.
Anyway, good night, everyone, or morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are.
Good day.
Yeah, stay safe, and we'll give you some healthy doses of memes on the way out.
See you on Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.